This week in Parliament, we had the SNP MPs continuing to whine and complain about this country. So the leader of the House of Commons, Penny Mordaunt, had a few things to say about them. Oh, this one is beautiful. I'm not the biggest fan of Penny Mordaunt's politics, as you guys know. She's too much of a liberal for me, but she's very good as the leader of the House of Commons, especially when it comes to holding the SNP to account. Every now and then she comes out and roasts the SNP. It doesn't really help that the SNP MPs and the rest of the minions in the party continue to give her an easy ammo to become targets. So let's watch a couple of these clips that we have from this week in Parliament. The first attack from Penny Mordaunt was on the SNP's Auditors Gate. They struggled to find accountants to sort out their accounts, and eventually they found one firm in Manchester with links to the SNP, which is quite funny because the SNP believe in nationalism. They say everything has to be in Scotland and we should avoid working with England. Now they are using English accountants. Let's go to Penny.
I am delighted that the SNP, and genuinely delighted that they have found some auditors. With nearly 2,000 accountancy and auditing firms in Scotland, I was interested as to who they would pick to do the job. Perhaps someone from the Honourable Lady's constituency, given that Edinburgh is Europe's second largest financial centre, second only to the City of London.
That's a very important point, by the way. People forget that Edinburgh is huge when it comes to being a financial hub.
Yet the SNP have had to go to Manchester in order to find someone willing to take on the task. Presumably, the Honourable Lady would view this as offshoring. Perhaps now they could turn their attention to their dire mishandling of Scottish finances and the recommendations of Audit Scotland. I remind this House that the SNP have been forced to raise income tax after a £100 million budget overspend, despite cutting public expenditure by 1.2 billion this year. The Scottish people deserve better than that. And I know that she and her colleagues did not necessarily celebrate the coronation, but I would just say that they can learn a lesson from it. You can't achieve anything with division and hate. The only way forward is service, duty and love.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, so if only Penny was slightly more conservative, that would help so much, because she will be a great statesman. But at the same time, she's still too much of a liberal and globalist. You can't really have a perfect package anymore in politics, can you? But she was absolutely spot on about the SNP's obsession with being anti-English and being so protectionist when it comes to industries in Scotland. Yet at the same time, they were so desperate that they had to come to England to ask for help. Then we had another situation where one of the SNP MPs who was trying to make jokes about Penny Mordaunt's obviously appearance during the coronation service. He used that to praise her, but it was a backhanded compliment. It didn't really work out too well for him because he just came across quite smug.
I'll be very happy to assist him in doing so.
Push hard.
I know I upset the Leader of the House last time I was here by bringing up her embarrassing belly flop at that daft diving contest which was part of, but even I was impressed by that sword wielding at the coronation. Like somebody who could carry a sword, stay mute, while advertising Poundland deserves my admiration. But can I
So what? Get a room.
say to her, it serves absolutely no one for her to criticise a political party for hate and division, particularly when it's her government that's brought forward that hateful immigration bill and divided a nation with their extreme hard Brexit.
Well, hang on. Divided the nation. Have you seen the opinion polls? The majority of this country, somehow, I know it sounds very weird, but they believe in borders. They believe in protecting the borders. It's not really divisive, is it?
Yeah.
I think the manner in which the Honourable Gentleman has asked his question provides the exact response that I would give. And
by the way, that's the whole point about using certain comments in the House of Commons against the opposition benches, and they never learn from this. Watch this.
The honourable gentleman, I'm afraid, has just provided us with a prime example of why the SNP have no credibility on these matters, why they always stoke division, and why, even though there was a slight degree of humour creeping into his question, it was still rather obnoxious.
John Sproul.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. The Leader of the House earlier on.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely well done, Penny Mordaunt. Again, I just found it weird to praise and give compliments to someone like Penny Mordaunt, but she's still at least, even though she's liberal, at least she's not a complete socialist like the SNP. So you got to pick your battles, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Maya TT, and we are the media.